little child, I don't know, 7, 8, whatever,
Yeah.
looking at it, and they go, I see all those faces in there. All of a sudden, I'm seeing faces in all those pieces, that photo, and I go, wow, that was not my intent.
Welcome back to Local Lens right here in Sebastian. I'm your host, John, alongside
Crystal.
my lovely wife. And Local Lens is recorded here in Riley Black Studios, and it's our opportunity to give back to the community and highlight local small business owners and community leaders. And today is no different. Welcome to the show, Leslie and Manny of the Sebastian Art Tour 2026. Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. So we actually met through Shelly at Sugar Bones. If you haven't seen that episode, be sure to go back at Local Lens and find Sugar Bones episode.
Great bakery.
Yes. They do delicious stuff over there.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
You right?
Every time we go, we eat it in the car. It doesn't even make it home.
It never makes it home. Yeah. And if we're taking something to like a friend's house or something, we order 2.
Yeah.
One for us and one for them.
Yep.
Hey, Shelly, little promotion for you, kiddo.
Right.
Yeah, great. So tell us a little bit about the art tour and kind of like how it got started and what to expect.
Okay. This tour was founded by Mary Siegel and a handful of other artists. She came from New Mexico and as an artist. And when she came here, she noticed they didn't have an art tour as they did in New Mexico. So that's how it started in 2013, I believe. And what it was is bringing people to the artist's studio and to talk to them about their process, talk about their art. So this tour is a little bit different, unlike a fair that someone would go to where your intent is to sell or buy, depending on which side you're on. This is to introduce the public to what the artist does and to see the different skills and mediums that exist out there. Now, of course, the bonus is if you want to buy something, sure, yay.
Right.
But that is not the goal. We really want to open this world up of art because we have some fantastic artists here in Sebastian.
Yeah.
And will also say sometimes we have other artists coming from other towns, but they have to be hosted in Sebastian. So everything is local in Sebastian
Nice.
as well. Yes.
What are some of the different mediums and art styles that I guess are featured?
Okay. We have your standard watercolor,
Nice.
oil, and acrylic. Painters. We also have potters.
Nice.
I personally do fused glass, mosaics, and photography.
Awesome.
And sculpture. There are people who do sculpture as well. Jewelry, yes. Jewelry as well. And am I leaving any of the mediums out?
Well, we've had artists that do fiber arts, for example, and
Yes.
that includes, like aside from their they do like purses, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
With different materials, and that was like my first art tour that I hosted. Was this wonderful artist named Grace Cormier, and she is from Barefoot Bay. So I hosted her in my house
Nice.
for sure.
That's awesome.
And so are these I don't know if it's called like exhibits the right word, or are they at galleries, or how's the tour structured?
Actually, it's structured where people come to the artist's home themselves. Depending on how they lay their exhibit out, it might be in their yard, outside, or on their porch, because you are still going to their home, and some
Right.
people want to maintain their privacy, which is understandable. But we also have a couple of businesses as well that are hosting artists that'll, be set up on their premises,
Okay.
which is nice also.
Yeah. Do you know of any of those businesses that
Well,
are
Cafe
hosting?
Lati Da is
Nice.
participating, and she's sponsoring Pearl Lau.
Nice.
And we have Edward Tahiro, who's at Madhouse Galleries, and he's going to be there as well.
Awesome.
I think, I'm sorry. Oh, Mike's Garage. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Mike's Garage. Fabulous. He's hosting Mary Fikes,
Nice.
and she does some wonderful line work and other beautiful pieces. She'll be there as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you find artists to participate?
Okay, I'll just continue. I'm going to give him room to speak.
Well,
All right, cut that part out.
well, I mean, this has been going on for 14 years.
Yeah.
This is the
actually.
14th year.
Nice.
So there's a lot of repeat artists.
Mm-hmm.
The original members, aside from Mary Siegel, was Jeffrey Myers, who passed away, I think about a year and a half ago, and Quentin Walters, who lives here in Sebastian, and she runs the Stout House, which is a great thing. When I first came to to Sebastian, I was looking, I had an art gallery, antique store, and I was looking to do a show for women, and I was Googling, looking for women artists, and her website came up, and I thought, oh my God, how cool. I couldn't believe that they have this in Sebastian.
Yeah.
Because what she does is she has this organization where she gives she brings an artist or a writer or a musician, and she gives them a 3-month stay
Oh, nice.
to come and develop a project
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and stay there.
Yeah.
So it's so I thought, oh my God, this is wonderful. So she was one of the original members of the tour.
We have Robert Johnson, who also
Robert Johnson
who also
was
runs the
too.
Fine Art and Music Festival that just took place
Yeah.
as well. He's
Yeah.
was one of the original founders
Yeah.
of the tour.
Yeah.
But as far as getting new artists, we're always, through the art club, a lot of the artists that are participating in the tour we have met through the art club.
Yeah.
But there's for example Pearl, who's who I met at different events in Vero and other places. She's not from the art club. So we're always on the lookout.
Yeah.
And
Word of mouth.
and I always sponsor an artist in my garden, and I always, the point is whether I like their art or not, or whether I think it will be a great addition to the tour,
Right.
to bring some different difference among the other artists,
Right.
and where they live, it's not important to me. I've had people from Vero, I've had people from here, from Sebastian. I just want to showcase art that speaks to me, in the hopes that it would speak to other people as well.
Right. Yeah. Well, and art is very subjective, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
even if it's not your thing, it very much could be someone else's thing. And even like, I love anything creative or art, and it's hard when it's not necessarily my style, but I still really like it, because I'm like, well, this doesn't really have a place in my home necessarily, but I just recognize, the talent and just how difficult it is, to be an artist, because a lot of the things that they create take so much time, and consumers may not understand that time and like the price that goes into pieces, right? How long would like a typical painting
It's like a mini
take?
museum where you're going on a tour
Right.
in each place. I actually have one rule, especially with my photography. When I do more abstracts, some people do more realism. I lean towards that. And people ask me what's a picture of, and I says, that's one thing I won't tell you. I says, I want you to appreciate it from your perspective.
Right.
And if I tell you the source, it'll ruin your illusion.
True. Right. It'll
And-
change what they see.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the one rule. One person wanted to buy a picture, and he goes, would you tell me after I buy it? I says, maybe in a year. I really want you to appreciate where it was. Well, I didn't buy it anyway, but that's okay. That's okay. He was testing me.
Right.
We actually have she bought a piece
I was just
a
thinking
while
of that
ago,
exact one.
and it's right over our dinner table,
Yeah.
our dining room.
And I've taken it from every
place to
house.
place,
So I bought a condo when I was 20 years old, and now saying that tells me how long I've had it. It was 20 plus years. But I bought a condo when I was 20 years old, and I went to a bunch of local, at the time in Colorado, garage sales, and I was looking for, things to fill it with, furniture, etc. And I found this awesome painting, and it was mostly black, textured. There's glitter on it. I mean, it's it's really fun because it's very abstract, right? And there's all these colors and stuff, but like we'll look at it and like there's one little spot that kind of looks like a gorilla, and then there's another spot that kind of looks like an octopus, and like
And if you look at it like as a whole, it can look like a galaxy or like a space kind of painting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, and it's that every now and then
you kind of
like,
see something
or
else.
like someone comes and visits and they see they
Yeah.
like point something else. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
you know,
I
we've
see
had that painting for so long, we've never seen it that way.
It's funny because
Yeah.
I have one particular photo, and it's called Scars. And not until a little child, I don't know, 7, 8, whatever,
Yeah.
looking at it, and they go, I see all those faces in there. All of a sudden, I'm seeing faces in all those pieces, that photo, and I go, wow, that was not my intent.
Right.
So, if anybody sees that piece, now you're going to see faces, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, it's kind of cool after a while. Like you said, I like the kind of year rule, right? Of, I want you to kind of take it in and see what you see. And then now a year from now, I'm going to tell you like what you're going to share, like what you see in it or what you saw in it initially when you took it or created the photo.
Correct. I had only one person. He was a friend of mine, and he guessed exactly what one piece was, the source was.
Yeah.
And I go, how'd you guess? He goes, because I used to work on it.
Oh. Nice.
So I was blown away because trust me, you cannot tell what it is unless you knew. And I said, kudos.
Yeah.
But I also want to mention that I'm on the board of the Sebastian River Art Club as well. I just want to bring that up because we have a lot of talented artists there, and some of them do participate in this tour, but it is not connected to the art club in any way. This art tour is separate. I just happen to be on the board and part of it, and there are some artists who
Some
are
overlap.
which is fine. But we're a great source overall for art in the community in general.
I'm curious to know, how did you get into art?
Oh, art has always been a part of my life, my whole life. Glass turns out to be in it from the very beginning. I used to go to parks and plant little glass shards thinking that glass flowers would grow up.
Oh.
So I do have that in my profile, but I realized, wow, I didn't know what an impact it would be on my life. And I've always done art. I even went to School of Visual Arts for a while. But more importantly, I actually, the other side of my life is I had a bookkeeping and troubleshooting business. Okay. And I had my own clients, and it was really great. But I retired here, and I'm happy to pursue my art again. It was really nice. Yeah. Although I did it up north, just not as much, as fairs, because I had a job. I had a business to run.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So art's always been part of my life, my fiber.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about you, Manny?
Well, I'm not an artist. I'm a writer.
Okay.
But I've always been involved with the arts since a really young age.
Right.
Somehow, I've had I had an art gallery in Miami for 4 years.
Oh, nice.
And I've promoted artists and writers and you name it.
And it's creativity too, right?
It's
So
all related.
it depends on what you define an artist as.
Right.
Your art may be in words, right?
Yeah.
But it's all kind of the same
as
creative
a visual storyteller. Writing is very much artistic.
Right.
Maybe not as far as in the medium that we're talking about now, as far as visual art,
yeah.
but writing it itself is an art form.
Yeah.
And,
Poor grandma makes me
always
crazy.
my passion. So I love art.
Yeah.
So I have to control myself every time I see a piece of art.
Right?
It's like, oh my God, I love this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. As someone who's creative as well, I see people, we just recently met a bunch of people who own DIY art studios, and where you come in and you get to do a certain project, candle making, sea glass, sun catchers, just miscellaneous stuff. And I'm like, I want to do all of that. And it's dangerous for me to take one of those classes because now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I can do this. Now I need all the sea glass. And then I would buy it all, and then it would
It's addicting.
Listen, during, right at the beginning of COVID, we were watching the acrylic paint pours. So we bought 6, 7 canvases. We've got easels. Ask me how many we made.
No.
2?
Okay,
I'm gonna
but
get
wait.
one. Oh, one.
She made one. and it was to announce like our move or something.
So I made one. However, when I was building out our new office, I used all of that stuff, and we had 3 custom tables because we made it go in like a U.
That's right.
And I did do the acrylic pour over all 3 of those tables in our branding colors, and I loved those tables.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
Well, red, white, and black go well together.
Right.
Yeah. And gray, a little bit of gray.
Yeah, gray or sparkle, silver. Yeah. And I was super sad when we ended up having to like change the office, and I had to get rid of those tables. And when I made one, I immediately had people asking me, "Are you going to sell these?" And that's one difficult thing too with art is you find something, you make it, and then immediately it's like, "Oh, I want one," or "Are you going to sell it?" And then it's like, then comes the logistics of it, right? Because the acrylic pours, because it's so much paint, they take forever to dry. You have to make sure it's like lint free, and the dog hair and kids and all. I'm like, I don't have space.
Try working with resin.
Right, exactly. That's part of the reason I haven't gotten into resin, because I love the projects that are resin and all that stuff too. And I'm like, I just don't have the space and the patience.
I had a studio up in Yonkers, New York, and I would go through these moments where I'm mounting my photography onto blocks and then pouring resin on it. But it's a full night commitment. I have it covered in plastic, and I'm there with my heat gun and my flame to pop out the bubbles. But it's a commitment, so I don't get home till like 5 o'clock in the morning on those events. But it gets done. It's a production.
Yeah, it's hard when you're hard and good, but when you're creative, you want to do all the things, and so sometimes you have to step back and just appreciate, what other people do, because you do your first one, and it's not gonna look anything like the people that inspired you to make it, right? Because they've been doing it, for however long. But
that's true in life in general.
Yeah.
Because there's always a day one, so it doesn't matter how advanced, how much people got promoted or everything else. They still had day one, and trust me, day one they screwed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But do you learn from your mistakes, or you repeat your mistakes?
Right.
I welcome mistakes as long as I move and grow from it.
Yeah.
So I'm okay.
Well, just think about with your like fused glass art, how different it was from like that first probably couple months to first year to even now, and how much you've learned, along the way.
Yeah, I had this beautiful piece in the fair, and the wind bit it.
Oh no!
So it was named Tranquility, and I renamed it Pieces of Water. There, it was a water piece, and I'm going to make pendants out of it and other things. So I'm going to make lemonade.
Nice.
And I'm making a new piece very similar to it because it was really pretty.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So let's tell everyone when the tour is and when they can be part of it.
Okay. It's February 21st on a Saturday. It's from 10 to 4. Now, we do have a map on our website, and I believe it'll be shared here on this podcast.
Yeah.
So you have a choice. You could start at either point to start, just because it's marked A to G. It doesn't matter where. It just gives you an idea of where to go. Now, in the process this year, which we haven't done in the previous years, so we're also having a scavenger hunt.
Nice.
Oh.
And we have a quote that everyone has a word or two that goes into that quote, and they'll have a card to fill out, and at their last destination. Now, you will have to fill out that card in full to be eligible for the raffle, and it has to be in the right order, and then you'll get the quote. It's art related, so which is really nice. And you matter finding it in everyone's house to fill it out. But what's really nice is each artist has donated either a piece of art or a couple of hours tutorial or something like that. As well as we have a few other people who are connected to the show that have donated gift certificates, like Sugar Bones and Cafe La Di Da and Total Print, actually.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
So thank you, Total Print.
Right?
Yeah, shout out to them. And for those that aren't familiar with the self-guided tours, how does that go?
Show up at the first house.
Go to the next.
Go to the next one.
Yeah.
Use your navigator, please, folks. Although there is a map, but it actually is keeping it tight this year. You're not all over the place, which is really nice.
Yeah.
We do have one location that's in a clubhouse. So when you see that taking you there, just be aware that you're going to a clubhouse and not someone's home.
Okay.
But with that, just come, enjoy the art, speak to the artist, speak to each other, just enjoy it, just like you're walking through a museum, but you can talk. You can talk loud in our houses.
Right.
Okay.
It's also a great opportunity to meet neighbors
Yeah.
and other people from the community because, everybody's on a relaxed mode.
Right.
They're out and about.
Yeah.
And I always find it really incredible. The people come and they gather, and usually there's like little things to munch on at everyone's studio or
Nice.
house.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sharing.
Yeah.
That I mean, it would be great if everyone bought a piece of art, but it's really not about that. Like Leslie
Right.
said, it's
Yeah.
really about
Sharing.
sharing what each person does, and
Yeah.
and maybe they'll get they'll get to know them, and
Yeah.
who knows what could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even it might even like I think when I go to like craft shows and I sell my stuff, right? Just them getting to know me and knowing that I'm an option and that I'm there. They may not purchase then, but they may think later when they're like, oh, I want something here. And then you think of, oh, I remember that artist at the walk that really fit my style or whatever. So
I
just getting
definitely
to know
agree
them.
with that because I've actually gotten commissions already on things that similarly that I made, but they're maybe looking for a different theme,
right, different color.
So I'm happy to do it. I
Yeah.
mean, glass is very organic. That's kind of like where I'm in right now. I do a few mosaics. I actually have a mosaic displayed right now in City Hall of the Sebastian Inlet. They kind of
That's so
love it.
cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So if you
Yeah.
want to,
Check it
guys,
out.
check it out.
Right?
Yeah.
Although it's going to be at my house for the tour.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
You got to borrow it and then give it back.
Yeah, I'm taking my piece back.
Well, when does it come down? From
I'm probably going to take it down the week before
Okay.
to have it set up, and I'll bring it back because I was told they really love it there.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Right?
Yeah.
When people appreciate it, you want, you want to keep it there.
And Sebastian Inlet is a pride
Oh,
of,
yeah.
of
It's a
Sebastian.
staple of
Yeah.
Sebastian.
So I'm
for
happy
sure.
to share that love.
Yeah, I remember when we went the first time, we fell in love with it
Yeah.
there,
It's a beautiful,
especially for the boys.
so
They're
beautiful.
4 and 8,
It's
so
perfect for
it's
them.
perfect.
Yeah, because the beach was full of a lot of anxiety, but Sebastian
Oh.
Inlet, it was just perfect for them
Yeah.
because
Okay.
we could relax a little bit and it was just chill and yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. So that map will be in the comments, as well as I would have popped it up when we talked about it here on the podcast. So if you want to see the map, you can either go to your let's plug your website so people know where to go.
Okay, it's Sebastian Art Studio Tour.com. I also have an email if anybody wants to reach out and have any questions, or if we have an artist that might be interested in participating in the next year or two. You can reach me at artstudiotour@outlook.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And again, that is February 21st from 10 to 4. It's on a Saturday.
Hopefully we can
let's-
try and make it.
Yeah, let's get out there and support our local artists and and maybe even purchase some art.
Yeah.
Give yourself a few hours, I would say at least 3 to hit all the houses, especially if you want to participate in the scavenger hunt.
Right.
You'd have to hit all the houses.
Yeah.
but it's a fun day.
It's a fun
really
day.
fun
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
For us too, it's
Right,
nice to
yeah.
meet our neighbors and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just talk art with neighbors and the artists that are participating. It's going to be.
And I have to say, because I'm very big on giving credit where credit is due, I have to say that I became involved with the art tour because when I heard about it, I thought, oh my God, what a great idea. But of course, I don't make any art or anything like that. So, but through through a local artist, and she's part of the Sebastian River Art Club for many, many years. And although she's not in the art tour this year, Susan Lavender, she says, "Oh no, you can do something. You're a poet. You can read your poetry." I said, "No, I'm not going to. Forget it."
Right.
I said, "But what about if I sponsor an artist in my garden?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yes, Manny, do it, do it, do it." So I've been doing it ever since. This is my
I love
4th
that.
year.
You host people, and that's huge, right?
Yeah.
Because not everybody either has the space that they want to share that or that they can share that. And, the stereotypical struggling artists, they may not have anywhere. So just having that assist from someone, is huge. And you giving them kind of that platform to highlight their art.
I think the more the merrier.
Yeah.
It's my motto.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, same. Well, thank you guys again for spending about half an hour here with us. And if you would like to be a part of Local Lens or know a business who should be a part of Local Lens to get some exposure, reach out to us at Riley Black Studios on Facebook and Instagram, and email at info@RileyBlackStudios.com. And that's been another great Local Lens.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Of course.